We begin at 5 with horrific new details in the case of a Duxbury mother accused of killing her 3 children.
Lindsay Clancy appeared in court via video conference from her hospital bed. Prosecutors say she planned to strangle her 3 children and was not overly medicated at the time. The graphic details were laid out in court today. 12
News reporter Alexandra Leslie was there and joins us now live from Plymouth with the latest. Alex?
Well, in court, state prosecutors explained the excruciating details about this case, saying that Lindsay Clancy was premeditated in her actions and that she had previously expressed thoughts of killing her 3 children and herself.
Commonwealth versus Lindsay Clancy.
Appearing in court virtually and from her hospital bed, her doctor and defense attorney say 32-year-old Lindsay Clancy lies immobile.
She is not expected to recover meaningful function at this point below that level of the spinal cord, which makes her a paraplegic.
Clancy also suffered broken bones as a result of the 20-foot fall from the window of her Duxbury home when she jumped last month. It's for these reasons her defense attorney wanted her to remain in hospital care, not a jail cell. He argued she was not heavily medicated at the time of the alleged strangulation of her 3 children, but that she did seek treatment for postpartum depression and possibly postpartum psychosis.
She's in a very surreal state. It feels dreamlike to her, as she's described to me on multiple occasions.
State prosecutors told the court in excruciating detail that Lindsay Clancy planned out the killings of her 3 young children using Apple Maps to track how long her husband Patrick would be gone when he went to pick up takeout for dinner at a restaurant they don't normally frequent.
Gave herself the time and privacy needed to commit the murders, and then she strangled each child in the place where they should have felt the safest, at home with their mom. She did so with deliberate premeditation and extreme atrocity and cruelty.
While Clancy is charged with 3 counts of strangulation, she is only charged with 2 counts of murder, despite her 3rd infant child dying days after the incident.
This is just at the district court level. There's always going to be amendments to the things that go forward, and I would anticipate as it goes forward that there will be 3.
Now, the judge said for a number of reasons, including her local ties to the area, support of family and friends, her physical and mental condition, and her lack of a previous criminal history, that the judge said that he would let her continue to get hospital care and that he declined to set monetary bail at this time. Reporting live in Plymouth, Alexandra Leslie, 12 News.
The Duxbury woman charged with killing her children will remain in hospital care after a court hearing today. I'm Shannon Heggie.
I'm Mike Montecalvo. Lindsay Clancy appeared from her hospital bed via video conference in Plymouth District Court. We learned Clancy is paralyzed after jumping from the window of her Duxbury home last month. But a judge told the court he didn't consider the 32-year-old a flight risk and would let her keep getting treatment for her injuries instead of setting bail.
12 News reporter Alexandra Leslie was in the courtroom as excruciating details of the case were read. Alex?
Lindsay Clancy did not speak while connected via video conference in court today. Her defense attorney argues that it would be inhumane to incarcerate her, but the state says the 32-year-old mother of 3 deliberately planned to kill her 3 young children. Lindsay Clancy, only visible from the neck up, lied paralyzed in a hospital bed to hear the charges against her in court Tuesday, and the details of how the state argues she killed her 3 children.
The defendant did not take advantage of the situation when her husband left the home that night. She created the situation, and she used Apple Maps to make sure she would have enough time to strangle each child before her husband returned from where she had sent him.
Her defense attorney paints a different picture, saying the 32-year-old sought treatment for her mental health many times and loved her children more than anything.
We all know that this woman is, as counsel concedes apparently, a danger to herself. I question whether she would ever make it to a trial. She's suicidal.
Portions of Clancy's medical history were revealed in court, with the state saying she was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. We also learned she went to Women and Infants in Providence for an evaluation last December.
There, after an evaluation, she was told in the presence of her husband that, by psychiatrists, that she did not have postpartum depression and that she had no symptoms of postpartum depression.
Now, currently, Clancy is only being charged with 2 counts of murder, but when I asked, the DA told me those charges could still be upgraded, as Clancy could still be indicted by a grand jury and prior to a probable cause hearing set for May. Reporting live in Plymouth, Alexandra Leslie, 12 News.